米大リーグホワイトソックスの村上宗隆は日本時間9日、本拠地で行われたマリナーズ戦に2番1塁で先発出場し、初回の第1打席で先制の15号ソロ本塁打を放ちました。初回1死走者なしの場面で打席に入った村上は、マリナーズ先発ハンコックが投じた真ん中付近のシンカーを捉えました。打球速度 106.2 マイル、約 170.9 キロ、飛距離380フィート、約 115.8 メートルを記録した打球は、逆方向のレフト席へ吸い込まれました。被弾したハンコックがマウンド上で思わず悲しげな表情を浮かべるほどの一発。村上はこの本塁打で、ヤンキースのジャッジに並び、メジャー全体トップの15号に到達しました。現地実況もこの一打に大興奮。レフトへ大きな当たりだ。行ったか。行ったー。なんてことだ。彼はまさにホームランマシンと化している。今シーズン第15号、メジャー史上初、8カード連続の初戦ホームランを達成した。と伝え、村上の驚異的な打棒を称えました。この日は試合前後を通じて村上の話題で持ちきりとなり、現地でもその存在感の大きさが改めて示される一日となりました。これらの模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介します。
Munetaka Murakami, what a start to his White Sox career, his Major League Baseball career. And I got to give you some flowers, Ozzie Gann, because you know what? If you didn't know it already, Ozzie knows a lot about baseball. You made a point last week. You're watching Murakami and you're going, you know what? He's really good at night. He's really good at night. Not so much, I shouldn't say so much, not as good during the day. And we looked it up and look at his numbers. Day versus night, Munetaka Murakami. Night games on the right, batting .348, an OPS over 1,200, 9 home runs, 20 RBIs. But during the day, he's only batting .123 with 5 homers and 8 RBIs. So what do you think is the reason behind this, or is it a coincidence?
I don't know. For some reason, some players can work that way. I remember managing the Marlins. I have Giancarlo Stanton, and he got the same problem. I don't know if they take a little while to get ready, or the different way to approach the play. Maybe not have the time to eat his mommy's food, because he loves his mom's food. That's what I hear.
I have a theory, actually. He spends so much time preparing for games. I think it helps him, this is my theory, to have the whole day to get ready for a game. Not that he's spending the whole time, but there's just more time to prepare for him to play Major League Baseball versus, okay, there's a night game, now you got to wake up and you have a shorter period of time to prepare for a day game. That is my theory.
By the way, tomorrow, after I'm going to try to get early, I'm going to ask him my way for him, like with him, and you will have a blast.
Well, your way. What do you mean?
I got it my own language.
I know you do.
With him and his interpreter.
Yeah.
We have a fun, and I got to ask him. I said, listen, why you're not good early
during the day?
You're good at night. Then you will
We're
laugh.
We're gonna find out.
By the way, it cannot be camera there. Cannot be nothing there. Just me.
Just us talking.
That's all four. That's it. Nobody else.
Actually, you talk. I'll just listen. Now, here's what's really amazing. Murakami has homered in the first game of every series this season. He's 7 for 7. Only 2 players have done this in the history of Major League Baseball: Murakami and Eddie Murray in 1987. That is it.
Wow.
And no one's ever done it 8 times in a row.
Funny thing about, but besides that, Eddie was a switch hitter, not the league. You know what I mean? Having Murakami there, and with that star, one of the best hitter I ever seen in my life, one of the smartest player I play against. It was my hitting coach one time. Well, he was there. You know, he needed to work with me. He never worked with me, by the way. But wow, he's having that hope he hit a home run today, because we need positive stuff, especially with the game. Last game he got 4 Ks. I think Murakami today is ready to rumble.
All right, well, so Chris Getz was talking earlier today, and he was asked about Murakami and the reaction about people around the league, and he says GMs are texting him, wishing him congratulations, and saying, you beat the industry on this one, signing Murakami. A lot of teams just swung and missed, either didn't think he'd be any good, couldn't hit in the major leagues, or just didn't want to spend the money needed to sign him.
No, I think it was a good one to say, because everybody, a lot of general managers don't, you know, when they do that, they fail. You have to think about it, who fit well in your ball club. Because sometimes you sign a guy, the best player or the best thing, you're going to bring people to a part, all of a sudden then it's not fit well with the team, it's a failure. You know what I mean? No matter, because everybody got to turn a guy, and now this guy got to play by himself. I think Murakami, they do the thing. You see it every day, how it is with the players, man.
He's not just the right hitter for the White Sox.
He's the right
guy,
yes,
right
man.
teammate.
He's a great teammate. People love him. People respect him.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Obviously, we see what we have to see. A lot of walks, a lot of strikeout, a lot of home runs. If people think you're going to be something, and great defense.
Yeah.
People out there say, he can play good defense. He's not a good first baseman. Listen, you guys wrong. He will make errors like everybody else, but he's playing good first base so far.
All right, so Jesse Rogers, who writes for ESPN.com, wrote a great article out today about Murakami. He spoke with other teams, other front offices about him and how they missed an opportunity to bring in Murakami, and the White Sox got him instead. Here's what Jesse had to say. I had a chance to talk to him here today.
I think the misscouting came from more than anything not understanding what was going on over there after he hit the 56 home runs several years ago. Now all of a sudden there was a lot of pressure on him to keep doing that. And there's usually only one or two sluggers in some of these Japanese lineups. So he started to chase a little bit more, chasing the home run a little bit more. This is according to international scouts. Yeah. Some of these scouts recommended him to their teams, and their front offices said, no thanks. The computer models don't like him. So now he comes over here, and now he can kind of be his true self. The keen eye at the plate, I don't think was there as much when he was chasing a little bit, and he's more of a complete hitter now, even though there's still the strikeouts and all that stuff. But the takes that he's had, the elite takes that he's had, has been the most impressive thing. What was it in San Diego? It was like, 2-2 count, curveball at the knees. He lays off. Next pitch with two guys on, he hits out for a homer. And you see that over and over again. So even though there's some swing and miss in the zone, now that was truly scouted correctly, some of the takes and the walks he's getting are what's most impressive. And then, of course, you have to come into him once he takes a borderline pitch, and that's where the home runs come from.
That'll be a podcast with Jesse Rogers coming up on Monday. But listen, he has exceeded expectations, and we'll see. There's a long season to go. But if he keeps being this kind of hitter, my goodness, the White Sox hit the jackpot with him.
Summer's coming. That's the only thing I want to see. He might fail. He might go a different way. But when summer's coming, do you know how the thing is? Now we're going to have more confidence. The league a little bit better. And the ballpark, most of the ballpark in the United States shrink. They get little. And I think I believe you're going to see the same guy you're seeing right now.
Here's that man creating all the buzz to start this season for the White Sox, Munetaka Murakami. 14 home runs this season. Steve, the numbers he's on pace to do this year, ridiculous. 61 home runs, 123 runs batted in, and 123 walks if he keeps up this pace. In the air to left field, Rosarena at the wall. Get out! Murakami setting off the fireworks here on Friday night. And the fans are loving the early home run, 1-0 Sox lead.
Well, one of the things, and you can tell that Hancock is not quite as good tonight as he's been, especially early. Sinker ballers get better as they move along. But the first two guys have hit the ball in the air. And for Murakami, with the wind blowing straight in from center field, meaning it should knock that ball down, gives you an idea just how strong he is. So with 15 and 29 on the power numbers, this has been some force.
And just like that, Murakami tied with Judge to lead Major League Baseball in home runs.
We'll watch it again, and there is a fastball, and it's right down the middle at 95. Murakami takes it the other way. You see the movement on the ball, but it had too much of the plate. With the wind blowing pretty much straight in, you got to really crank it to get it out opposite field. But this is one of the strongest men in baseball.
Munetaka Murakami, who signed a 2-year deal coming out of Japan, and all he has done is homer all the time. He is trailing only Aaron Judge and gets a nice round of applause in his first at bat. This is remarkable. He is one of 2 players all time to homer in the first game of 7 straight series. Eddie Murray did it back in '87. No player has ever homered in the first game in 8 consecutive series. And that very niche record is on the line here tonight for Murakami.
Yeah, let me put it into terms that Mariner fans can understand. Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last year. He's on pace to hit 61.
Deep fly ball, left field. Has he done it? He has done it. My goodness. He has been a home run machine. His 15th of the year and the first player in baseball history to hit a home run in the first game of 8 straight series.
How'd you see Mune just take that plan and apply it to that homer there in the first?
Yeah, it takes a four seam for a ball 0-0 and gets a 1-0 sinker that's left over the plate and took advantage of it.
Just you get to see him behind the scenes. What are you seeing just that maybe the fans and people from the outside can't see that's just attributing to his success?
Same thing I tell everybody. He's just a worker. He's super intentional about his work. He's quick to make micro adjustments on a daily basis based on what he felt the night before or whatever he feels he needs. He's definitely a guy you don't have to like drag into the cage for work. He's a guy you've got to tell him like, hey, that's enough. Go ahead and get out.
Let's begin with Munemataka Murakami because he had homered in the first game in 7 consecutive series, which tied the Major League record with Eddie Murray in 1987. Would he do it again? Oh, he did it again in his very first at bat, our privileged and memorable moment. Here is Mune, and this is Oppo power. Ozzy, we're running out of things to say about him, and it's, you know, the second week in May.
I want to still find out what I say. I got power. First home run, now we change.
Yeah.
First home run, opposite.
That like that, I think it is.
Like a straight left field.
That far left.
Straight left field, yeah. It's a straight left field. Hit the ball like a lefty. Guys, I got to get excited right now. You know why? Ooh. Because summertime coming soon.
Yes.
And the power is going to be more power.
Yeah, but you know what? He can't hit 95-mile-an-hour fastballs. Oh, no, he did.
Listen, see this guy, you know, listen, when you have power, you have power. Okay, that's it. But summer's coming up. Yeah. This man, now finally I see him hit the ball opposite way in this ballpark. Kind of cool night, hitting that far. Good luck, people.
He's tied with Aaron Judge for the home run lead, and my theory with him is this. He is doing massive amounts of damage at night compared to the day, and we're going to talk to him tomorrow, you and me.
I'm going to.
And Kenzo is interpreter, because my theory is that he has just a lot more time to prepare for night games to get him ready than day games. And here he is. This is his 10th home run in 19 night games in the major leagues. I think there's something to it.
I don't know why. I told you yesterday. I don't know. It's my little guy.
Yeah, you watched it. You were the first one to say to go. Yeah, go ahead.
My little guy talked to me about, hey, Chuck this, Chuck this.
Yeah, I looked it up.
I turned around and said, really? I said, Chuck, you know what? It's a lot of difference Murakami in day games and night games. What's the reason? Who knows?
All right, we don't know.
You know, who knows? Because you can prepare yourself. You in the pregame show, you did it. You make a good point when you say he prepared himself good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear about it. I don't know about it.
They're kicking themselves in their butt. Let's face it, because they passed on him. Many teams did. The San Diego Padres were the one team that really liked him but didn't have the money to spend. The Sox outbid the Padres, so that's good news on the Sox front. But we're talking about the Mets and the Red Sox and the Angels and the A's. A lot of teams passed on him for various reasons. Mostly they misscouted him and misunderstood him and his desire and his drive and all these things. And I think they actually misunderstood what was going on in Japan a little bit. Some guys admitted that to me as well. So I think it was really eye-opening to talk to other teams, and especially the Diamondbacks who faced him. He went 7 for 15 against them. And boy, those pitchers, I mean, you know, it's hard to give another player praise on another team, but they couldn't do anything but give him praise. And it was an eye-opening experience for those guys.
Good stuff from Jesse Rogers. That'll be a future White Sox podcast coming out on Monday. But when you hear that these are front offices who think they know a lot, and they do know a lot about baseball, but they're learning a little bit more about Japanese baseball and what they missed with Murakami.
Chuck.
You've been saying a lot of the same stuff. You can say it again.
You know what? Because I say, listen, when you play with the national team, the WBC, you had to be somebody. In Japan, they go, hey, what's your name? So-and-so. Can you play with us. No, that's a big competition, big names, people. They're not going to just pick whatever they have. In that kid was in the team, and for a reason. That's easy as that. All those guys try to be overthink about baseball. They just, I don't know.
They used a lot of analytics to decide, hey, he cannot do what he did over here. And one thing that Chris Getz said in that article, he's like, you don't always know the DNA in the guy's heart. How much does this guy want to be great here and prove that he's great? And what we're finding out is there's so much more to Murakami than just, oh, he can hit home runs. You know, he's someone who wanted to put in the work. He's not just going to show up and go, hey, I was doing this in Japan, I'll do it over here. No, he's like, okay, I'm going to adjust to major league pitching. And I'm going to show that I'm so much more than what people thought I was. There was speculation he would get a $100 million contract. The Sox got him for 2 years, $34 million.
There's one thing about it, you know, it's a funny thing because a lot of people say he cannot hit fastball at 98. He cannot hit a good breaking ball. I want to ask those scouts, general managers, people, baseball people, who hit 98? Who hit good breaking balls?
Most players can't.
That's easy. You know what I mean? Like, wait a minute.
A well-located fastball at 98, you're not hitting that.
You know what I mean? I don't know. People so overrated. The owners have got to open their eyes, put attention to that. The owners, because sometimes owners get the money, and all of a sudden they got a bunch of crazy people do whatever they want, think they know more baseball than they should be. But there's two things I signed that guy. He's MVP of the league. He's 56 on wrong in Japan. He's not 56 on wrong in Winter League in Venezuela. He's in Japan where the group of guys, a lot of guys sign to play big league games in the United States. Run. Everybody's wrong about it. If I was the owner, I find out, I say, hey, you went to see Murakami? Yes. Why you not signing? Get out of here. Pack all your stuff and leave.
Yeah. By the way, all those home runs we showed, I think, were all at night. So he's got 10 home runs at night, and I think 5.
I went to Murakami. We got to put you in bed early. No, I don't know why people can record for that. I don't know why. That maybe next couple of day games hit home runs.
All right. We'll find out on Sunday when there's a day game. Let's hear from Munetaka Murakami, who homered again here tonight, his 15th of the season.
When Chris Getz was saying before the game about he expects you to get better even as the league adjusts to you. Do you know, with your work ethic, with the way you're focused, the way you approach, do you feel the same way that you see more in you as the year goes on?
ゲッツチームの方からシーズンを通してどんどんより上達していくっていう風な言葉をもらってるんですけれども、それについてはどう思われますか？
入団会見の時にね、言った通り毎日準備して目の前の壁というか一つずつ乗り越えていくことがすごく大事だと思ってますし、それを約束したのでそれは続けていけたらなと思いますけど。
Obviously, in the first conference meeting that I held, I told the media that I'll be working every single day to get better and try to reach the next level. So I hope I can keep my promise and keep moving forward.
You've homered in the first game of the last, I want to say, 8 series. Is there something to that?
今ホームランで8カード連続ホームランを打たれたんですけども、それについてはどう思われますか？
いやこういう調子というか、あんまりいい時も悪い時もこの準備をしっかりして挑むことが大切だと思ってますし、これをしっかり続けていきたいなと思ってます。
During the season, there's always good and the bad, ups and downs. So, whatever, it doesn't really matter what the results is, but to prepare each day in the same, let's say, routine and prepare myself for the game is what's mostly important.
During your preparation, do you use the opposite field much, and are you concentrating on that, knowing that some pitchers are going to try to work them outside?
準備のところにあたって逆方向に打つ意識であったりとか、そういったところを意識しながら練習されることはありますか？
その準備じゃなくてもっと前のところの準備が僕は大切だと思っているので、バットを振るということは毎日やることですし、その前の段階でいろんな準備があるので、そこじゃなくその前の準備がもっと大切かなと思います。
It's not just hitting the opposite way. It's more the overall routines and overall preparation before hitting it anywhere. That's really essential for me. So I'll keep, doing that every single day to get better.
Is there
first home run?
That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball by Hancock. What did you see on that?
Inside out. He knows what's away. It was inside out. Stay with the ball very good, strong enough to hit the ball at the ballpark. That's why, to me, it's going to be special to see this kid in the summer here.